In a tiny village, nestled between rolling hills and painted in every color you can imagine, lived a woman named Granny Maylie. Now, Granny Maylie wasn't famous, nor was she rich, but she possessed a treasure more valuable than all the gold in the world, a heart overflowing with joy. Her silver hair was always tied in a neat bun, and her eyes, crinkled at the corners from a lifetime of smiling, sparkled brighter than any star. You'd never find her without a song on her lips, a cheerful tune that seemed to dance on the breeze and weave itself into the very fabric of the village. From the moment the sun peeked over the hills to the time the moon cast its gentle glow, Granny Maylie's spirit was the village's unofficial anthem of happiness. She was the living, breathing heart of the community. Her days weren't spent in quiet retirement. They were filled with purpose and countless acts of kindness. In the afternoons, you'd find a small gathering of children on her porch, their faces lit with understanding as she patiently helped them unravel the mysteries of math and reading. Her tiny kitchen was a constant source of wondrous smells, as she baked trays of sweet, sticky buns and savory pies, not for herself, but for families who had little to spare. "A full belly warms the heart," she'd say, handing over a warm parcel with that signature smile. Her garden was another marvel, a riot of colors and scents, with roses, daisies, and sunflowers stretching towards the sky. But these flowers weren't just for her to admire. She would cut generous bouquets and leave them on her neighbors' doorsteps, a silent, beautiful reminder that they were thought of. Her cheerful nature was contagious. When Granny Maylie walked by, even the grumpiest of villagers couldn't help but feel a little lighter, a little happier. Her joy was a gift she gave freely, and in return the entire village bloomed. But life, as we know, has its seasons. One year, the rains didn't come. The sun, once a friend, became harsh and unrelenting, scorching the fields. The vibrant green shoots of corn turned a brittle, dusty brown, and the once plump vegetables withered on the vine. A dark cloud, not of rain, but of sadness, descended upon the village. The cheerful chatter was replaced by worried whispers, and the lively market square fell silent. Hope began to dry up just like the earth. People walked with their heads down, their shoulders slumped under the weight of despair. The bright colors of the houses seemed to fade, and the laughter that used to echo through the streets was gone, replaced by a heavy, gloomy quiet. It felt as though the village's very soul had gone into hiding. The joy that Granny Maylie had so carefully nurtured seemed to be slipping away. While others saw only drought and despair, Granny Maylie saw a test of their spirit. She refused to let the gloom take root in her heart. With her apron on and her smile as bright as ever, she went door to door. But this time, she wasn't just carrying baked goods. She was carrying a message of unity. "One person's pantry may be nearly empty," she'd say in her gentle, firm voice, "but when we put all our pantries together, we have a feast." She organized community potlucks, where everyone brought what little they had to share. Suddenly, a few potatoes from one house and a handful of carrots from another became a hearty, warming stew for everyone. In the evenings, she gathered the villagers in the square, under the dim light of lanterns. She would tell them stories of their ancestors who had faced even harder times and triumphed through courage and togetherness. She sang the old songs, her voice clear and strong, reminding them of their shared history and resilience. She reminded them that a harvest is not just what you pull from the ground, but what you cultivate in your hearts. Her unwavering love and wisdom became a beacon, cutting through the fog of their sadness and showing them a path forward. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, at first, something began to change. Inspired by Granny's unshakable optimism, the villagers started working together. They dug a deeper well, sharing the back-breaking labor. They pooled their remaining seeds, planting a small, communal garden that they tended to with shared hope. As they worked side by side, they started talking again. They shared not just their food, but their fears and their dreams. And with the talking came the laughter, first a trickle, then a gentle stream, and finally, a joyful river. It was as if their collective spirit was watering the dry earth. And then, a miracle. A tiny, green shoot pushed its way through the cracked soil in the communal garden. Then another, and another. A gentle rain, as if summoned by their renewed hope, finally fell, washing the dust from the leaves and the sorrow from their hearts. The sun returned, but this time it felt warm and nurturing, not harsh. Laughter once again filled the air, louder and more precious than ever before. The villagers looked at Granny Maylie, her face beaming, and they understood. The real magic wasn't in the rain or the soil. It was in the cheerful heart of one old woman who had taught them the power of unity and love. The story of Granny Maylie and her village teaches us a beautiful and timeless lesson. It shows us that true, lasting happiness doesn't come from what we have, not from wealth or power or a perfect, problem-free life. It comes from what we give. It grows from a seed of kindness, is nurtured by love, and blossoms through the simple, powerful choice to stay positive. Even when the skies are gray, Granny Maylie's greatest treasure wasn't a secret or a special power. It was her ability to share her light, reminding everyone that even in the darkest of times, working together and holding on to hope can make the sun shine again. It is a reminder that the most powerful force in the world is a loving heart and a spirit that refuses to be defeated. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. I hope it brought a little bit of Granny Maylie's warmth into your day. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more stories that aim to uplift and inspire. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Until next time, take care and spread a little joy wherever you go.